Hello, I'm Ellen Shanahan. Hopefully you've met me in my introductory video before. What I want to do now is to walk you through our course syllabus, or sometimes we call it a course outline. This is really our contract for the semester. If you stay in the class past add drop, which ends next week, it's really a contract saying that I will deliver the contractual information to you, and that you intend to complete the work required to successfully complete the course. So with that, let me start us through. There's essential class information that starts us off at the top of the document, and you will find the document in the Getting Started section. Should I ever have to update anything, I don't think it will happen this semester because of our online status for this class, but I will always send you an updated copy and make sure that the most current copy is in our Moodle classroom. So you'll find that there's some vital information here. The contact information for me is here, and you'll notice my office hours. They are all available on Zoom. Plus, I do an extra one. Let me bring it back. I do an extra one. I guess I shouldn't call it an extra, but I'm also live in my office on Tuesdays. So you can come on Tuesday mornings to my office in Kusavitsky 105, or you can attend via Zoom. The other two, Wednesdays and Thursdays, are always on Zoom. And a reminder that this Introduction to Liberal Arts class is an asynchronous class. It has no class meetings. So we do not meet formally every week. You'll be working within the Moodle course room to complete all work for the class. Our course description is here. You can read through it. This is an entry-level course into the liberal arts program. So I'm assuming that is exactly what all of you are, liberal arts majors. That, as we will see, can be a quite broad range of interest areas. So we'll try to take into account the various academic choices you can make, what kinds of courses you can take, where this career in liberal arts might lead you in as far as career paths, and how to be the best college student that you can be. Most of you, I would imagine, are probably first semester. You're probably entering BCC for the first time, although maybe not. And you may need a little help along the way with the various offices that we offer at BCC to help support you. And I'm definitely here to help you with that, as is other parts of the class. These are our student learning outcomes. These are decided upon by the faculty that teach the course. So you'll find that these are universal across the college. We're applying an understanding of the interdisciplinary history and focus of a liberal arts education to articulate personal, educational, and career goals. I'm not going to read the entire slide, but that's really a key one. And you'll find that our assignments and our discussion posts are all connected to these learning outcomes in a very integral way. So we will be working through these learning outcomes as the semester unfolds. Textbook information is here. Because it's an online class, I've included information about the requirements that are needed to complete this course as an online course. And you may find that your financial aid money, or now Mass Educate or Mass Reconnect, may cover those costs for you should you need a new one. So it's definitely something you should check out. You don't actually need Zoom software for this class. I think I've edited that now. But you do need it to access my office hours, and it's free. The textbooks are listed. There are two of them. They're both available for free. They're open educational resource materials that are available to you, and anything else that I assign, I will be putting into the weekly assignments for the course. The course content, Again, you are coming into this course as a liberal arts major. You may have a concentration, but many people will not. You'll just be what we call a straight liberal arts major. So you'll be looking at a number of different things during this class. We will be looking at those different options that you have for careers. As I've told you in my introductory video, my department is used to be called Fine and Performing Arts, and now we're the Arts and Communication. So we have music, theater, and visual arts, as well as communications courses within my department. Other areas might be psychology or sociology. So we may have people in this course who have a variety of interests, and we'll be pursuing what those imply as career choices as the course goes on. We'll be looking at the various resources that BCC offers to you, as well as some study skills that you may need to develop as you become a successful college student. Much of this course is really devoted toward helping you define how liberal arts skills transfer over to the real world, and how to market yourself. And by the time you reach the end of the course, you will have an e-portfolio that's a combination of work you've done, self-reflection, and a resume and cover letter so that you're ready to take a next step as a liberal arts student heading out into a career. This, by the way, is the first course that students take in the liberal arts major. There also is a capstone course that you will take probably in your final semester at BCC. Our methodology is a little bit different because it's fully online. There will be a series of short videos that I will make or provide to you. Short articles. We may have some guest presentations that will be videoed along the way. We'll have discussion forums that you will be replying to each other and to me. You'll have some independent research along the way as we look at what the history and the future of liberal arts education is, and you think about how it benefits you as a person looking to fulfill a career option as well as a citizen. And we'll talk a lot about the different challenges and also the underlying skills that you'll be gaining. We'll also explore different ways of presenting. So we'll be ultimately doing some writing. We'll also be doing some communicating. And we will also have the dreaded group project. Group collaboration, as I tend to refer to it, because group projects always sound so awful. But all things aimed at helping you to communicate better. And last slide in this methodology is through weekly assignments and discussion posts. We will be working and looking at how you fit into a liberal arts career option in the 21st century. So again, you'll have assignments, you'll have a journal, you'll have the e-portfolio at the very end, and we'll be discussing all of these individual pieces further as we go through the course. Attendance and classroom behavior. It may sound weird to talk about classroom behavior, but for this class, that really implies discussion forums, that we are going to be working in a polite and inclusive manner in this course. You can read through all of this. It's important for you to know that if you're going to miss class for more than a week's time, you should let me know so we can come up with a backup plan. If you're out for an extended period of time, when you're able to, we should talk. And again, find a timetable that's going to work for you. And if at some point in the class you feel that you just can't complete it successfully and you need to withdraw, the college does have a new withdrawal policy. And the responsibility really kind of rests on you. So we can talk further about that. The newest policy actually isn't in place and in print yet. So there'll probably be a video as we go along discussing that further, but just be aware that you'll find the information here. And I can't talk more about being respectful of others in your discussion posts, and that there will be ramifications if discussion posts are rude and continue to be rude after I've spoken to you about them. We leave room for everybody's opinion in this class, and this is a safe place, should be a safe place for people to speak. This is a statement about our learning environment. I promote diversity of thought, perspectives, and experiences, whether we're talking about gender and gender identity, race, color, national or ethnic origin, religious beliefs, age, marital status, sexual orientation, immigration status, disabilities, veteran status, and/or body size. If at any point you feel that I have said something that's out of line, please, please bring it to my attention. I want this place to be a safe space for all. The dishonesty and plagiarism statement for the college is here. You can also see what the ramifications are. One of the challenges that we'll talk about as the semester unfolds undoubtedly is AI. And the challenges related to being a college student and working with AI. Just be aware that we expect your work to be your own work and not somebody else's. If it's somebody else's words, it needs to be cited properly. And we'll be talking about that later as the course unfolds. Here's what you really want to know. And I still tucked it away on 2 slides, so you have to wait just a moment longer. This is where you're going to find out what work is required and how much it weighs in the class. So without further ado, you have a journal which will be submitted 3 times during the semester. That's 10% of your grade. The weekly assignments are worth 20% of your grade. Discussion forums are also 20% of your grade, and I'll be discussing each one of these in a moment. Collaborative oral presentation is 20% of your grade, and the final project, which is an e-portfolio and a self-reflection on your work in the class, is 30% of your grade. And unless you make alternate arrangements in advance with me, you need to have all of your work in on Thursday, December 19th at 11:59 p.m., the magic hour when Moodle cuts off our work unless we've spoken previously. The BCC access statement, I encourage you to read. And if you need to visit the Disability Resource Center and discover whether there's something that they can do to accommodate any needs or provide options to you. So the work in the course I've outlined here, we have the discussion forums, and you'll find a rubric for preparing those. Each week you will have a discussion forum, so make sure that you complete that as early in the week as possible so that you have time to respond to your fellow students and they have their time to respond to you, because discussion forums are kind of two-edged. You have your initial post and you have the responses that you make to others in the class. There's a reflective journal. We'll talk about it a little bit more next week. It's a reflection on what you're learning about yourself. You can also think of it as the notes for the class. If you're not familiar with journaling, we will be talking about that next week. There are assignments in almost every week of the class. They're usually related to the readings, what we're discussing, any guest speakers or any websites that you've been sent to check out for the college, and any other insights that you have as the class goes on. And they also serve to kind of build you toward your final project. So they serve multifunction in this class. The collaborative oral presentation, the dreaded group project, we will be working on to report out in December, the very beginning of December. It is a 2-part. You have your group presentation, and then you also have a self-reflection on how that process went. And we'll be talking more about that, as we will about the final project, the e-portfolio and self-reflection. You'll have built various elements of this through the class as we progress through the class. So we'll talk further about it. It's the e-portfolio is something you'll use again in the capstone class at the end of your time at BCC. So just be aware that it's there, and we'll talk further. We also have a master schedule here. You'll find that it's a sprinkling of talking about the liberal arts and various career paths within it, and also developing the skills, at least the initial skills, that you'll need as a liberal arts major, plus equating you with the different offices at the college. So things like exploring mindset and goal setting and time management are some of those skills that you need as a successful college student. Things like the digital commons in the library are introducing you to particular offices at the college. And then we pull everything together toward the end of the class. The last week 15 is actually the end of class, and then the last week here is finals week. We do not have a final exam for this class. We merely have your e-portfolio and self-reflection that's due at the end. And everything, as I said before, is due by 11:59 p.m. on Thursday, December 19th, 2024. So that is our course outline, course syllabus. Again, we use the two terms interchangeably, and that's our guideline for the semester. If you have questions along the way, you may want to check in with the course outline again and just get some clarity. And otherwise, you're always free to reach out to me. So let's get started.